Alright guys, today we are checking out the latest VTX from RUSHFPV, and this is the RUSHFPV MAX SOLO. Alright, so those are the contents in the box. You get a linear antenna with a MMCX connector. You get a pigtail connector, MMCX to SMA. You get a 3-pin JST connector. You also get a 6-pin JST connector, RUSHFPV sticker, a manual for the VTX, and finally the VTX itself. This is the MAX SOLO. As far as design goes, it is very similar to the Rush Solo, except for a major difference that this guy has a lot more power than the Rush Solo. I think the Rush Solo is 1.1 milliwatts. This guy can go up to 2.5 milliwatts. So it is a direct competitor to the Foxeer Reaper that already shows on my channel. Very good VTX. As far as connection goes, should be very simple. Your 6-pin connector go right here, and the 3-pin connector go on this side, on the other side. Now the 3-pin connector is for an external microphone. The Solo does not have an internal microphone. You can get an external microphone, and that costs around $3. I didn't get one because I don't really care about listening to my quad when it's flying. And as far as the 6-pin connector go, it is a very simple setup. The manual that shows you how to get everything connected, so I'm not really gonna go over that. But the VTX look very nice. It is made of aluminum, and one neat thing they have done is that on top you can see it does have a duck fan, and that's to keep it cool, because with those high power analog VTX, when the VTX get hot, and they do get very hot, the power output gonna go down. Your MMCX connectors were here, so that you should be able to plug it just like that. And as far as power goes, according to the manual, you do get 25 milliwatts, 500 milliwatts, 8000 milliwatts, and it goes up to max power. And more likely the VTX, it's locked, so you're gonna have to unlock it. But it does not say anything on the manual if it's locked or not. So we're gonna find out once I put it in on the drone. So I'm done soldering the 6-pin connector to my flight controller. I know I say I was not gonna go over how to solder everything on your flight controller, since the manual does a pretty good job at that. But I'll just quickly go over that. Your red wire is of course for your voltage input. The VTX does take up to 36 volts, so it is 6S capable, and I got it soldered on the VBAT on the flight controller. And of course black is negative, that go to your negative. The yellow wire is for your video in, and the blue wire is for your Smartaudio. And that is pretty much it for your wiring. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to plug it in and we're going to fire up. And of course, always make sure to have your antenna on analog VTX. So power is on and the fan it's on already. And one thing I have to make sure is not to obstruct either the fan or the vent on the side. So you're gonna have to be careful when you put it on your drone. And I'm just gonna be using this 30 by 30 to 25 adapter. I'm just gonna double side it on my drone. That should keep it pretty secure. And of course you got your power, it's in green, and when it's on green, that should be 25 milliwatts. And of course the one is blinking is to change your frequency, and to change your power you just go one click. Blue is for 500 milliwatts, red is for 1000 milliwatts, and apparently it's not locked because we got purple right now. There we go. So let me unplug this battery. I think this battery is getting low. Now that we're done with that, next thing we need to do is go into Betaflight and set up our VTX table. First thing we need to do in Betaflight is go under the port tab and have my smart audio set up on UART1. So we're gonna put it on UART1. Smartaudio, then save and reboot. Then we're gonna go to the preset tab, and in the category you pick VTX. There you go, RUSHFPV. I don't think they have one for the Max Solo, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the Tank Solo. Let me just check the CLI. Okay, so Tank Solo go from 25, 400, 800 and max. We're gonna have to change that. That is not a big issue. We're gonna pick it, agree, save and reboot. We're gonna go down to video transmitter, and what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna have to change those dBm value. First of all, we got 25, 500, 1000. Actually it goes 1K, I believe. Yes, it's 1K. Alright, so 25, that give us 14. 500 should be 27. 1000 should be 30. And 2.5 should give us 34. Let me save that. And that should be all we need to do on Betaflight. Done with the installation and setting up the VTX. What you're looking at is flight footage from the Max Solo. I was running it at 2.5 milliwatts. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And as usual guys, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.